Yo, it's your boy PrimeTimePat. I'm here with another video. Today we're gonna this is a crazy interview Hardly Initiated did. And it hit me a little bit because I'm like, a lot of what she was saying made a lot of sense, and it's like, damn. Like, going into a relationship with people, you need to not overlook those red flags, especially early in the relationship. Whoever you're dealing with, you should be asking all the questions: their family, who they came from, how their parents were done, did they come from a single home. You realize later on in relationships that when shit hit the fan, that all this stuff matters. We're gonna go over this video. I'm gonna also put this link so you guys can watch the whole thing. It's an hour. I'm not gonna sit through the whole hour with you guys, but we're gonna go through it little by little. I already watched some of it. We're just gonna start off where she's talking. I'm not gonna go back, but I'll explain it to you guys. I'll leave their link in the description also. So let's go through this video and watch these two ladies give this great advice that they're giving.
It's not to judge people, but you better know what you're getting into, because you can probably deal with that. Like we had daddy abandonment issues. My daddy wasn't in our life. I had to let my husband know I'm not that chick that you could just not pay attention to.
Absolutely.
I'm not her. I'm like, I love you, but I'm not the one you're going to be able to just go to work all the time and barely talk to me and not get in here with me. I don't want that man.
She is 100% right. Fellas, if you getting in with a female that wasn't with both of her parents, or her parents were there, but they were really in her life, you better have all the time in the world. You ain't gonna be able to be at work all day, all night, and be away and not giving them attention. If you're not a man that knows how to give attention 24/7 to those type of females, good luck. You're gonna go through hell. Because once you ain't there, she's gonna go find it somewhere else. Just because of that same reason she just said. It sounds crazy, but that's what a lot of people are going through. A lot of people are going through. Let's continue.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, because as a man, a lot of times the reality of it is we can judge you. You know, I mean, just
Everybody does.
Anybody does. You know, that's the point.
Yeah.
I'm just talking as me, as a man who's out here hearing it from women. So how do I hear it and know that this is something that I need to stay away from, and this is something that I could possibly work with? How do I know when she's telling me these patterns and this brokenness that she's come from? Because we literally had a woman come up on this platform, literally all together, and say, if a man asks you something about your past that wasn't together and that's not gonna make you look good, just lie. Straight up.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
No, really.
oh.
Ladies, don't ever take that advice. Some things there you can keep to yourself, go to the grave with. But certain things that's gonna come out in your attitude and shit like that, that man find out later and you not acting the way that he wanted or whatever, shit will hit the fan. And you're not gonna like it. That's the worst advice somebody can give you. Depending on what that lie is. Good luck.
Now here's the thing. To some degree, I understood where it came from. I didn't like it, but I have been that guy that heard things about a woman that she was breaking down to me about her crazy, hectic behind family, and I'm just like, oh hell no. Nah.
Sure.
Damn.
I'm just like, oh,
I get it.
hell no. Nah.
I get it. But it's still going
How
to show up in
soon?
that marriage. Go ahead.
How soon was she sharing? Like that was first date, or how
It
soon?
was like first few dates.
Oh, yeah,
And see, listen, I'll peel back the onion.
You better.
Listen, we gonna go deep. You listen. You having a conversation with me? I don't like surface level. We going deep fast, and it's gonna feel right.
Yeah.
Wait, pause. Hold on.
Slay.
You're right. If you really like that person and think you're gonna go apart, you better start asking them questions early. Whether you feel it's gonna be a liar or not, this person's gonna lie or not, because it's gonna come out eventually in her attitude and situations going on further in the relationship. Ask them serious questions ASAP. Now, if it's a female that you're just having fun with or whatever, you don't need to know that information. Oh, so be it. But if it's somebody that you want to take serious, you better ask some questions early. Because if you get the answers and you don't like them and you still go forward, do not be surprised how it's going to end. Do not be surprised. Let's continue.
But check it out though. I did hear what she was telling me, and it was very unattractive. So when does a man, and I'm talking for me, hear what a woman is saying, and I know that this is something that I can work with, even though there's trauma there, this is workable, and this is something you need to hit the back door.
I need us to be grown out here.
Exactly.
Like, ain't none of us perfect. I don't care if you came from a 2-parent home where everybody married. You got other issues.
Absolutely.
You got other issues. And we are out here like used cars. I want to look real good, but I ain't going to show you these car facts. But when you buy this raggedy car, it's going to break down on you later in this marriage. Stop pretending and not telling people what's really going on. Go ahead and tell that man, hey, look, this is real. This is me. This ain't my fault, though. See, let's talk about it. God put us in these families. You didn't have no choice over that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't brag about coming from a 2-parent home.
Yeah.
What you have to do with that? You're just a baby popped up in this family. That's a gift God gave you. So if I'm growing up in a single-parent home and you grew up in a 2-parent home, that was God decided that. So you can't come over here and look at me like, oh, you trash. You come from a single mother.
Yeah.
What? That's a gift you were given. So when I meet you, I'm saying that's beautiful.
Yeah, and she's right. You're not going to choose your family at the end of the day. But once you become older and stuff, you can choose what you do with your life. You can change generational curses. You don't have to be like your parents. You don't have to be like your aunts, your uncles. You can be different. The way people act is because of their upbringing. But once you get older, you can be molded. Anybody can be molded. A criminal can be molded. A murderer can be molded. A thief can be molded. But they have to be willing at the end of the day. Like I said, with anything, with your finances, all that type of stuff is all about mindset. I can mold. You can say, oh yeah, I used to be a spender. I used to waste all my paychecks. Now all of a sudden, oh, that person, he's saving so much money. He's in because of mindset. And plus, yeah, things you've been through or you've seen others go through will say, oh, I don't want to go in that path. But it's your mindset at the end of the day. Not everybody's going to be crazy, have attitudes, nasty because they came from a 1-parent household. That doesn't really, but you have to take it into consideration though.
Beautiful, you had 2 parents. And that you were able to see that, and that's great. Your parents been married for 40 years. I think that's beautiful. Mine wasn't, so I didn't get to see a marital relationship. But since you did, I'm willing to listen to you on a lot of things because you got some education I didn't get. And so you're supposed to be able to say, I did get some education, so I can really help us with that. Help us with that. It's like this. If you grew up in a family where everybody had the finances on point, everybody had the 800 plus credit scores, you are blessed. This person over here, everybody credit score 500. They were born into that family. Let's talk when we dating. Hey, I don't really have financial education, but I want it. Because see, that's the buy-in first. You got to find out, do they want it?
Exactly. Some people are not willing to change their bad habits. And you come into that relationship unequally yoked, good luck. The person that's giving problems, they would drag the other person down. They will drag you down. It's either you nip that in the butt ASAP and tell that person they need to change right away. And if they don't, go about your business. I don't care how good they are. Go about your business.
And I'm willing to learn it. I think that's amazing. Your family knows finances. Would you be willing to teach me? And you say, I can actually. I know how to get a credit score up. I know how to. You're going to be transparent. Let me see your budget. And you're going to be able to take that instruction from me that I learned from my family that I didn't pay for. It was free. You say, yeah, I'm wide open. Yeah, tell me. And then you listen and you learn it. That's the beauty of marriage. I get free education. I ain't got to pay for it. I ain't got to pay for a financial advisor. My spouse knows finances. I don't have to pay for stuff.
That's powerful, sister. Because to be honest, we've had those conversations about the things that our husbands lack and the things that we lack and how we're able to come together. Because I think that's what a marriage is. Whatever I do best, I handle for my household. Whatever my husband does best, I now don't. Because my husband, he's a fantastic mechanic. He's a fantastic contractor. It's certain things that we don't really have to pay anybody for. And it's only when those times come, when someone else is telling me their story of how they had to pay for this, where I'm like, oh, wow, like, thank you, Lord, for that blessing. Because those are not thoughts that I never think or worry about my vehicle. I never think or worry about when we want to do a renovation in our home. I'm like, yeah, my husband does that well. But there's other things that I just do well. Even planning trips, like sometimes wives would get upset if the husband doesn't, plan the trip. But I plan trips well. So I've just taken on that role. But I think when you're first like talking with the woman, I think men are intentional about, what's important to them when they're ready to get married. That's what I think. When you're dating, you're just like, throw that in. But when you're intentional about getting married, that's when you're listening to the woman say, I can work with that. Right. She got like 6 fingers. I can work with that.
Not 6 figures.
I think it's when you're ready to get married, men get very serious. Because I've had that with different conversations with men. I can tell when he's not serious, he's really just trying to play.
Fishing.
He's fishing. Or when he's like, because some things that I wouldn't be okay with, he'll be okay with. I'm like, you're really okay with her? Like, I don't know, not working, even though we're okay.
Well, and some men, like my husband never intended for me to work. Never. He never intended for that to be part of my contribution.
Sure.
Because his dad was provider. Now, I didn't even pick up on that. I'm like, I'm coming in this thing working. And his mama wasn't working like that. She was not provider. And we weren't even having those conversations. So I'm in my career.
I think a lot of women get it misconstrued when the man is telling, they need to work or contribute. I don't think any man that really has like real money or whatever wants their woman to be working. Now, if you're not making that much and you need her to work or whatever and just contribute a little bit, makes sense. You know what I mean? But eventually that man is going to get to a point where he has enough money saved up or whatever where you don't have to work no more. So nobody wants to see their woman struggle or whatever, but if you have to at the point in time, you have to. It's depending on what time period you're coming. Because the advice really I would give to any man, stay single till you get your money and have enough to support 2 people. So when that woman comes in, there's no finances is not even an issue. It'll just be personality or your values, whatever. You guys can fix that. But let's be for real. Most of the problems coming in is this person's not spending enough, or this person is spending too much, or whatever the case may be. But I don't think any man really wants their woman to work if she doesn't have to. If he has enough money, why? If I'm a millionaire, why would my wife be working? You know what I mean? Whether she has kids or not, I want her to be home when I get home. But if I'm not there yet, you know what I mean? Yeah, she needs to work. But of course, I'm gonna try to put myself in position to where, hey, I'm at a point you ain't gotta work no more. It's that way or another way.
Hustling, I'm making that a priority, and he looking at me like, this is not what I intended for you to do. And I'm talking about my contribution. I'm making money. He never even intended for that, because in his household, his value system was I'm provider. Well, I'm mostly kind of single parent home. Mama is working and trying to provide too. So I'm not giving that up. I'm not, you understand, there's not conversations, and the equally yoked conversation has been so misruled. like what
Yes.
equally yoked means.
What that means.
It don't mean
break it down for us. 'Cause-
it doesn't mean both of us go to church.
Yeah, that
'cause
doesn't mean-
that don't even mean anything. Like stop that.
Right.
That is deeper than that.
Yeah.
So a yoke is what you would put on an animal for a wagon, right? A donkey or ox or something. You put the yoke around its neck to get it moving. Okay. So if you have 2 ox and say my left leg is weak, my right leg is strong, right? And let me say the outside leg. If your outside leg is strong and our inside legs are weak, we still gonna pull forward. If both of us are strong on the left side and weak on the right side, we gonna pull to the left. I don't need to meet people that's strong in all my areas. I know that sounds real crazy. I don't need to date people that have all the same strengths as I have and all the same weaknesses.
That part.
Both of us.
What you're saying is true. Everybody doesn't have to have it all together. But we have to match in some type of way to move forward. Everybody doesn't have to have it all together. But if she has at least 50 and I have at least 50, we can bring it together. That's simple.
Us don't know communication, but we both make money. Y'all gonna be divorced. Y'all gonna be divorced.
Yeah.
One of y'all need to be real good with money. One of y'all need to be really good with communication.
right.
Sure. Yeah.
Both of us got an eating habit. Both of us. We gonna be big.
Big together.
I don't need both of us. One of us need to like to work out.
Right.
And I date a big boy because I'm gonna help him work out.
Yeah.
I can't also love food. Both of us can't both be horrible with finances. We're gonna be poor.
Oh, yeah.
We can't both be terrible with finances.
Oh, yeah.
One of us need to have that skill set. Not both of us, but the one that doesn't have it needs to be willing to be taught. Once somebody marries you, everybody in your family should say, God, dog, you upgraded once you married them.
Yeah.
Where you learn this stuff from? My spouse.
Absolutely.
My spouse. That's a brag. Yeah, none of us knew finances, but look, I leveled up.
right.
I got money and a good credit score because I got married.
Yeah.
See, this is what pushes people to marriage when they see all of us upgrading because we equally yoked.
Yeah.
So you got to evaluate, what does my family not have? They did not teach me. Before you go out there dating, find out what you need.
Yo, so I was literally talking to Tyshawn about that, and because right now, we going through a family transition with my grandmother, right? So it's a lot of things that need to be handled. Okay, now a lot of those things because of technology and kind of me just being a younger person in my family, because of finances, also me being the financial responsible party in my family, and also because of my flexibility. And I'm very, very busy, but because I work for myself, it's just assumed if I'm the only person that got time to do stuff, right?
Right.
So I got to handle this problem, these issues. And the thing is so much to handle. And I told Ty, I'm like, man, it's like I think I need a wife more for the things that I have to take care of for my family than even
Absolutely.
myself.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I got the problems, especially as everybody ages in my family, are piling up, right? And I'm like, yo, I think I need a wife just for take one for the team and get one, and get one right now.
And it's a girl that would do that. There's a
Right.
woman
Absolutely.
that would say, you hustling and busting. I love the way you're busy, baby, making all that money. I'll take care of all the other stuff because I don't
She can
want
manage it.
to do
Yeah.
that.
She can
She
manage
doesn't want to be as busy and making the money. She's okay with saying, I'll do those things. That's a conversation at the dating table.
Absolutely.
That's a conversation. This is where I need help. This is the type of wife I need. Is this what you want to bring? Can you be that? Are you willing to sign up for that? Women should say the same thing. These are the things I do not have in my life. Are you a man that could provide that? Stop lying, y'all.
Stop lying.
Stop.
One of the myths is that I'm too busy, that I cannot.
Stop lying.
Stop lying.
So see, now
That's a
Stop
fact
lying.
because we need help, and I know
God, we
not
lying.
like
All
'cause
of us.
all of us need help. And when you speak to women, it's like this thing that they like to communicate. Like they don't need. I just need a man that just gonna be just general.
lying.
Absolutely.
You need a lot
Imagine
more
if
than
you
just
came
a man
on
to
that date like truly transparent and it says, what do you lack in your life? And you're like, I don't like to cook. And that person was like, I love to cook. You know what I mean? I feel like
Boom.
it's one of those things that's a fair thing because neither me or nor my husband love to cook.
Right.
That's one thing that we did not talk about. But we love to go out to eat, so we managed that. But that was a serious conversation as we got married and had young children. It was like, well, I'm not cooking.
Like, who the hell cooking in that?
Yeah, because that was not.
I think people should be very transparent in those first couple of dates. So you women that like to go on these dates and say that you're not going to do anything, you just want the man. Tell that man on that first date up front what you need to, what you want. And then he's going to tell you what he needs in order for you to get what you want. And then see how it goes. So you're going to tell him exactly what you want. Tell him your desires, what you really need for you to function correctly. And then he's going to tell you, well, in order for you to get this, I need you to do this and that. And if you guys agree, you guys agree. If you don't, move on. I think we should be very upfront like that. Stop playing these guessing games. You know what I mean?
And see, my husband loves to cook.
Yeah.
We both don't. We the youngest kids. You know,
We'll cook to eat. We don't love to cook.
They didn't
Let me
teach
get
us.
that right. I will definitely cook and provide, but it's not something I'm just. I just love to. No, that's not me.
Because we didn't get taught that values. Our mother was tired by the time we came along, and she's just like, "Just be rich and hire somebody." What?
Yeah,
that was a real conversation. Like, y'all'll be all right. God gave me a husband that loves to cook.
Sure,
I don't cook. And he's okay. That's not a gender role. That's a gift. That's a skill set.
What he does
Everybody,
best,
his family, including his daddy, they were all cooks. And so I don't starve. And my children don't starve because their daddy would go in there and whip something up and it's fun to him and he likes it.
Well, let's talk about this because while y'all was getting very passionate about his lying.
Wait, real quick.
I'm gonna get back to it. What you got,
I just want to drop some of these announcements so the people that's tuning into the show. Again, shout out to all the initiatives, but no live shows next week. That's March 25th and 27th. Tyshawn and I are taking some time off. Well, not really time off. We're just taking time to focus on different aspects of the business. The platform is growing. Y'all are asking for a lot more than just shows right now on Mondays and Wednesdays. We got to be able to facilitate all of these comments, replies to the DMs, the emails. We got to be able to put on these in-person experiences, and we got to do things a lot better for our members. So we need that week to get everything right as we go into the next quarter. But what we're going to do to make it up to you guys is we're going to drop a special episode this upcoming Sunday, the 24th, as well as
this damn lying. You talked to me before the show. We talked about how people can also lie about their values. Now, I think that's important because that might be the source of the lying about even the smaller things about what you need from a man, is you lying to yourself about what you actually value. Why might we be lying to ourselves about our values?
Because it sounds good. It sounds good for me to tell you, yes, I'm a Christian and I do not wish to have sex with you before marriage, because I should say that. It's biblical.
Yes.
But as soon as it got hot and we had that vulnerable conversation, I can let that go.
Yeah.
Slayer. All inside of
Slayer.
It's not actually a real value if you can throw it in the trash
That part.
over a conversation because she fine or he fine. That's not a value, dear.
It was a good conversation.
It was a good, it sounded good because it sounded wifey. It sounded real saved,
Sure.
all you Christian liars. And in the fact that y'all even ask each other that, like all my single women, they say, I had a friend went on a date last night with a guy and he said, so you practicing that celibacy thing? Why you even asking? She told you she was a Christian.
Wow.
Y'all don't respect this thing. Y'all don't respect his religion. The fact
I don't even expect Christian women to not.
he
have
said
sex.
the celibacy.
That's
thing.
sad.
Wow.
I don't expect Christian women to not be.
It's so our religion, unfortunately, the way people handling Christianity, we don't get any respect because it's so doggone fluid.
Yeah.
This Christian does this, but this one does that. This one does this. So the values we're not dating based on Christian values.
No,
like we're not reading the Bible. We're not doing the way God did it. and we lie because it sounds good, and we secretly sleeping with everybody. I'm a Christian therapist. I know what everybody's doing. I mean, it's wild.
But y'all slaying.
Wow. And I'm looking at them like, you know, you ain't supposed to be doing this, right? And they're just kind of like, I know, Tara, but you know, I'm praying about it. No, you need to change your value system.
Yeah.
You need to tell God, I do not value what you value. I know I got here because of my family and what I saw and what was in my head. Father God, help me to value what you value, because you want me to wait so that I will only match up with the man or the woman that's for me, and I can only be tied to them and connected to them and desire them. That's what you're trying to get to. And you're trying to clear my mind so when I'm dating people, I don't get caught up into the physical before even checking these people out and having these deep conversations we talking about.
Facts.
Because once we have sex, I don't care nothing about that, especially the sex is
They
good.
go after them.
Values are on the floor.
You're right.
Values are on the floor because
With the panties.
I was
And
gonna
the
say it, but I let you
socks.
say it.
And the bras.
I let you say it. Ain't no values after the sex is good.
No.
Y'all stop. Ain't no values
You
after
start
that.
compromising on a lot
Right.
of other things.
Then I'm gonna say, let's go to church and pray, and then have sex after
And then
church.
have sex.
Yep.
Stop playing.
Oh
You say
my
the
God.
flesh is weak.
Come
Yeah.
on.
And the ladies, they know too. They know how they get after sex too. They already know.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Clingy.
it's a-
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Super clingy.
Oh, yeah.
It's a explosion of clinginess.
Yeah.
God is trying to protect us. I tell my ladies, do you understand God is trying to protect you by saying, do not give this to this man. Hold off.
It's
So
a soul
that you-
tie.
So you can
Yeah.
think straight, sweetheart. So that when you see his red flags and he tells you, I don't really want to get married, you actually heard it.
Yeah.
And you stop trying to force his free will. He told you he doesn't plan on getting married, but you didn't hear that.
Mhm.
He told you he has a problem with cheating. You didn't hear that. He cheated on you several times when y'all dated. Then eventually you married this man anyway, and you're like, he's still cheating
Crazy.
because it's in his values.
When somebody gives you the red flags, it's there. I ignored it myself. Yeah, we think people are going to get better or they're going to change in the future or whatever the case may be, which they can. But I think sometimes you can figure out this person ain't going to change. It's going to be the same crap. I had to learn the hard way, but some of y'all don't. Y'all get in those relationships, y'all it'll end up good. Some of y'all it ends up good, but yeah, you see the red flags earlier. If they ain't changing, just don't stick around.
System to be able to cheat on you because he saw it.
They don't want to stop though. That's when they say, that ain't my ministry.
Now,
God didn't call me to be absent.
Yeah.
now you know the thing about it is too. I'm not even gonna lie, you know, because call me toxic values too, but I have no.
You might have some.
I don't have any even plan of not fornicating.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not in your values.
Fornication is a part of dating for me.
Right. It's in
Most
your value
people,
system.
most people,
Like
bro.
fornication is like a part of me getting to know you and your body.
Right.
Like that's like
That's part of your
fornication
values. That's part of your
to me.
values.
If somebody is like that, and I'm not saying I'm proud of it,
Right.
Because I've dealt with all the consequences of it as a man.
Mm-hmm.
The pregnancy scares.
Mm-hmm.
You being nervous as hell about what's going on. You dealing with all the emotional drama that you have now caused in this woman's life. Even if you told her it was just gonna be sex, it's always emotional drama. There's no way
Right.
to just
Absolutely.
casually have sex and peace. Casual sex and peace
No.
can't even be in the same sentence.
No.
It's always hell.
Yeah.
How do I change that value though? Like how can I morph my value
Yeah.
to be better?
What you
have to want to.
You gotta want it. Right.
You want to.
Values come from a desire from a benefit.
Mm.
Do you want to be a happily married man or not?
That part.
Like if
See,
you,
I don't link fornication to a happily married man.
yeah, that's the
Or-
problem. You don't see
Yeah, yeah.
that the link is that I want to have a wife. Here's the cheat code, man. The one that tells you no, that's the keeper. Because she is dedicated to her Christianity, her values. So when you marry her, she's gonna also look in that Bible where it says submit to your husbands and to his leadership, and she gonna follow that too. But the one that throws away the values for you and sleeps with you, she gonna throw away that value of submitting to you too.
Yeah.
Now the thing is,
Flexi Spot sees